Knows that you. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Did you hear that high pitched squeak? It was like, hello,
Good
my
to see everyone.
friends. It is Sunday Connections. This is the lovely and fantastic Wisdom Seeker Joan, or
Hello.
Joan, the Wisdom Seeker.
Good to see you all.
Um, thank you for being here, my friend.
I'm very happy to be here. And belated happy birthday.
Again,
Yes.
honestly, it's like celebrate all month. Why the
Why
heck not,
not?
right? Why not? The only time I've ever done that is when I turned 30. My birthday was on a Friday, I think. And so I like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But by Sunday, I was like, I can't, like, no more, please. I can't do
Enough.
it. Which is, I mean, I'm at that point now. So there you go.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody in chat. I have to confess, normally I wouldn't say this, so like I'm a hurting unit, just FYI. I'm just putting that out there in the universe. So, if I seem like I'm like kind of goofy, it's because I'm tired and my voice is all scratchy and squeaky and stuff. You'd think I went and partied really, really hard, right? I wish like I had an excuse, but I don't. It's just a regular day. I don't know what I don't know what else to say. But anyways, hi to everyone in the chat. Eliza's here, One Intuitive's here, Vivian's here, Tammy Jackson is in the house. Thank you, you guys, for being here. I know that there's lots of other shows going on and things are happening, so we appreciate you.
Yeah.
If anybody has a question, pop it into the chat. I got a new deck of cards.
Well, let's see them.
Where's the box?
Well, I'll just say too that I'm not at 100% either. I'm somebody that has a lot of food allergies and issues, and I one of them is corn, and now occasionally I'm learning that now I can't eat the things that eat corn,
Yes.
like chickens that eat egg or that eat corn and
Right.
produce eggs. So
Yes.
I've usually been able to have eggs, and this morning I had some eggs, and if my avatar, if my photo comes up, you'll know that the eggs didn't agree with me. So anyhow, I think I'm going to be okay. But just in case,
All things crossed.
yes, yes.
So this is the box. It's called Chakra Insight Oracle. I've had this thing on my wish list forever because it was like $35. And whoops. And so now I can't get the box back up there. There we have it. So they're huge though. They're big cards.
They are. They're gorgeous though.
But they're lovely. Right? Lots of beautiful colors and lots of great pictures. And so I'm going to use them today.
So how do you choose your cards? Do you see somebody else using them and you're really drawn to them, or how
I
do they
see
come
lots
to
of
you?
people using cards that I love and that I'm drawn to, but because I live in Canada, I can't often get them.
Yeah.
Or I could get them and then spend double the amount that anyone else would buy or pay, I should say, because I have to have them shipped. And
We'll have to set up like instead of rum runners, have card runners or something from the US. And
exactly, right? So I got you, Eliza. So hi, Tana. So I just sort of look at them and I sort of figure out, if I think that they're okay or not. And I have to be honest, like double touch wood. Thank you, Spirit. Whatever. I probably have about 4 or 5 decks that I'm like, you know what I mean? But everyone else is like, they do exactly what I thought they were going to do. So I've been really lucky that way. Because that that's the part that stinks when you spend your money. I don't care if it's $5 or $55, and you get it and it doesn't resonate with you. That's difficult.
I had the experience with, and I love these cards. What is it? The Sacred Earth Oracle ones.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I saw a specific couple of cards in there, and I thought, well, those are really beautiful. And I couldn't get them out of my mind. And I couldn't get them out of my mind, especially the one when she's holding a seashell.
Yes.
And I thought, cards aren't my big thing, but I finally broke down. And this is after months that I've been thinking of them. And I
Right.
got them. And I was so thrilled because they're so beautiful. But they, especially the descriptions in the book, just don't work for me.
Yeah.
I can just do the cards and they'll turn something up. But I was sort of disappointed that the siren song was so strong, drawing me to them, but I don't know if it's really panned out. But maybe I haven't given them enough of a chance yet.
Well, that can happen, right? You can get a deck of cards and they don't resonate right away.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest, and I don't know if people like this or not. I don't know how much information you want me to share, but like I don't read the guidebooks. I
Sometimes
just
that
pick
makes
up the
sense.
deck and I just go with it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, with the chakra, I have the book beside me. If I
Yeah.
need to refer to it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can pull out a card here, look at what I pulled, you guys. I just cut the deck. Yes,
Very
speaking
good.
my language. But so it'll have like the solar plexus chakra, just a card. Doesn't give you any information. So you want to go to the book. But if it's a card like this that says, gut instincts, your intuition, knowing, sensing, trust, clearly I can read that. And
Yeah.
I know that is from the solar plexus chakra because thank God I know the colors
Yeah.
for the chakras. If I didn't, I would
Could
have
be an
to
issue.
probably refer to it. But most of them, no. I do have 2 decks that you have to look in the guidebook or forget it. One of those is my native spirit oracle, which I absolutely love. I love it. I love it. I love it. Beautiful images. It's so well done, the message. But it's hard when you're doing a bunch of readings and you whip out the guidebook and you start going down it, and it makes it difficult in a situation like this, I think, right? So I only use it when I feel like I need to. Otherwise, I try not to. That's more for like a private reading kind of thing, I think.
Yeah.
Right? Hi, everybody. Beverly Thompson's in the house. Hypnicity is here. Hello, hello. I've got you, Tammy. Thank you. Hi, Dave.
Ivana's here.
I got your question,
Hannah.
Ivana and Eliza. We're just, saying hello.
Yeah, I've got my favorite
Working ourselves up for it.
feather cards, which those work
I
for me.
love those cards. I have those on my wish list too.
And then I've got a pair of old Rider-Waite
Yes.
tarot cards, and they're more than 35 years old and kind of dog-eared.
Wow.
Yeah, but they have gotten me through, and before I even really learned them or anything, I would do things, and they're really good about like telling the truth, the whole
Yes.
truth, and nothing but the
Well,
truth,
that's
even when I don't want to hear it.
Well, no, but that's the kind of cards that you want, right? I've got my pendulum out too.
Yep.
You know what? You just reminded me. I only have one tarot deck out. So what should I use? I feel like using my Herb Crafter tarot, which of course is at the bottom. Okay, don't everyone laugh at once, but I got to show you this. Okay, so this is one stack, and
Ooh.
okay, so that box that you see is here, and there's 4 more boxes on top of it, and my Herb Crafter is third from the bottom. So pardon me for just a moment while I try to Jenga knot my situation here and get this box. I couldn't just take the light seers that were right on the top there. I had to go for the one that was on the bottom.
Of course.
But these are so pretty. Have you seen these? The Herb Crafter Tarot?
No, they're beautiful.
It's lovely. It's like show and tell with Joan and Kelly, and it wasn't supposed to be that way, but have fun with it, friends. So this is the deck. So this is the back of the card. It's got all these lovely, it's very springy, very farmy, very harvesty kind of thing. Then it has these lovely images on them,
Oh,
right?
gorgeous.
It reminds me of like like farmhouse, like you went to like grandma's house or something. I mean, they're just beautiful. So my only issue is that it's a Spanish inspired duck, and so the major, not the major arcana, the court cards are all Spanish.
Okay.
So A, I can't pronounce most of them, and B, I have to go. Who is that now?
Yeah.
Right. But
Well,
anyway,
I love that Spirit knows that. I know some of the cards, at least the tarot, the Rider Waite, and so sometimes I don't have to pull them. They'll just show me a picture of a card that I know, and I know they'll never do it for cards that I don't know. It's like, come on, this is the hint. It's the it's the
I love
three
it.
the Three of Cups, the happy reunion, or the happy women, and all of that. So
I love
it's
it. See, now
it's
I just learned something new about you because I didn't know that you even used cards.
pardon me.
I didn't know that you used cards.
I have them kind of as a backup. I used to try to use them, but there's so many good card readers, and I can never I've got some of them committed to memory, but not all of them. So I don't feel like I can sit down and give you a full tarot reading, but I can, do a 3 card spread but if a lot of court cards come up, it'll be, well, I'm not quite sure.
Now, I mean, you're a medium. You connect with the cards. I mean, that's how you connect, right?
I
I bet
can,
you could do it, and you don't realize that you could do it. Is kind of where I was going with that.
I
Is
don't
what
know.
I meant, right?
I
Probably
can, um, I connect with my spirit team and whomever I'm reading
right.
or whomever, and then put a lot of protection over and make sure that whatever comes in is of the highest vibration. And then I
Right.
just go with it. So it's
Right.
not that important to me to really know, well, is it a spirit guide? Is it the deceased loved one or who's
Right.
bringing, unless you're really trying to reach someone.
Gotcha.
Um, but if the message resonates with someone and if it is of a high vibe and it's helpful, that's what I'm in it for.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I love that.
Yeah.
On a banana she said, Joan, which form of connection do you find easiest to trust? So I guess she means like, cards versus like spirit, and you
Yeah.
channeling like a message.
I feel like I trust most when I really pray in and lift my vibe and connect to spirit. It's like there's a certain space that I go to and ask them to come in, and I kind of open it to spirit guides and angels and departed loved ones and the spirit team of the other person, and that's what I feel, where I feel the most connection. And then I think secondarily is with the pendulum.
Yeah.
um, Although sometimes I feel like, especially if it's a question about me, I don't trust it because I can feel like I can influence it. If it's someone
If
from
it's
the
a
chat or
person,
someone
yeah.
yeah, if I don't know, then I feel I can trust that more.
I'm gonna send
Um,
you this sheet that Nancy Jean. Do you know who Nancy Jean?
yeah.
Nancy Jean's
Oh,
garden.
yeah. That.
Her
Hmm.
house and garden sheet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very helpful. When I
Yeah.
do my pendulum, I don't use my pendulum up in the air like this. I do it this way with this sheet. This the way that the sheet tells you to do it.
Okay.
And I find it so much easier. But the sheet's awesome. She
Cool.
has ones for like past lives, for chakras. It's crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's get started. Let's do
All
some
right.
stuff since we're here.
Talking about it, let's
Linda,
jump in and do it.
there's nothing wrong with having a wee chit chat. It's a Sunday afternoon. We're having, our friends are all here. You know, it's like afternoon. It's like happy hour only before, and without the alcohol, of course.
Right.
All right, here we go. We will stick Eliza up here first. Do you see me getting successful in my photography career? Now, how funny is that, Joan?
Yeah, we were just talking about
We
that.
were just talking about that.
If you need a black and white darkroom, get in touch. That was one of the things I'm looking for a new home for that my
So
husband
she
had.
says, any
Okay.
message guidance would be appreciated.
Great photo and the for the avatar.
Right?
No, it's going to take a little while.
Eliza. Sorry,
Sure, go
I
right
don't want to
ahead.
like break your concentration.
No, it's going to take me a while because I've been talking too much. I need to tune in again.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Okay, Spirit. Tell me about the future of Eliza's photography career. They're spreading out some black and white images. They're like old-fashioned black and white snapshots. Remember the edges of them were kind of curly cued almost. They were scalloped, and
Yep.
they're spread out in an arc as if they were a tarot read. Okay, so what's this mean? It's all spread out before you, and they're kind of okay. Show me what are in these. They're arranging it like a tarot card, so it's like a tarot spread. So this is the future that's before you, and now there are more cards. Okay, Spirit, can you zoom in? Okay, they're doing exactly what I just said. On top of the spread of black and white images are Rider-Waite cards, and one of them that I can make out is the Hierophant, which is a little odd. There might be organizations or, you know, the
Changing her belief system.
yeah, changing the belief system or more institutional things to get through and to get over. There might be some obstacles in that way, like, oh, well, we've always done it this way. Where
Yep.
okay, so let's see the next one.
That's interesting.
And then it's the Fool is the next one, where it's like, you're there with your little dog. I don't know about the rules. I'm on an adventure. I'm going to do it my way. Do you ever have that feeling when you get into something and, you know, at least for somebody my age, I look back on things and thought, oh, I didn't know that I couldn't do that. And so that's, if you have, Eliza, if you have any of that feeling, go with it, because you don't want to learn what the Hierophant has to teach of there's only these ways to be a success in the photo industry. And there's not. And especially in that industry now, it has had to reinvent itself because with cell phone cameras getting good, everyone's a photographer. But okay, tell me more about this, Spirit. I'm going to skip the cards. Just tell me directly. They're saying you're going to do fine, but you have to have that fool's mentality of the openness to seeing new things, because the photo industry has changed. The way things used to be done, nobody can make money at that anymore. So look for the things that will look for niche opportunities that utilize the new technology and social media and all of that, rather than fighting against it. And that could be anything from having a sideline of taking portraits and then giving some people in exactly the formats for the different social media. It could be doing product photography that is somehow especially attuned to specific social media. And then it could be, now they're saying, and that, you know, so those could be like make the nut, make the rent kind of things that you can count on, and pulling a little bit of traditional stuff in and making it new. But then there's the creative you, and doing things that haven't been done before, using your new vision and incorporating technology to bring things to a new level, to be out there on the cutting edge, creating what the new industry for photographers can really be. More new, there's probably words for it. It's been a long time since I've been in the art world, but more cutting edge, avant-garde, artistic work. I'm seeing gallery work. So, but don't be afraid of covering it all. A lot of famous photographers did a lot of newspaper, newspaper work and advertising work and things like that, because you have to pay the rent if you're going to do this and be a pro. But don't let that take you over so much that it stifles the creative side of you, because you have that in you to help create that new industry.
It's really interesting. I know sometimes while you're channeling spirit, well, I don't know you specifically, but other, mediums in general, When they're channeling spirit, don't necessarily even hear what they're saying sometimes. But the Hierophant card is about tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Black and white photos, traditional. You said about the black and white photos, you said how they got the weird, the curly
Yeah.
edges on them, right? Then you were talking about the cutting edge and learning that, right? Having to like pick up on that technology. I think that's what the Hierophant was about, right? It's the tradition. So maybe the way that you know it to be versus the way that you're going to need it to be competitive in that industry. That's
Yeah.
what I would. That's what I was getting. While you were
Okay.
saying all that, so I don't know if that's right or not. But this is what I've got for you, Liza, and I want you to know this is really good reading. This is really good reading. Jones was phenomenal. So I'm just gonna like back her up over here. I've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Earth. This is about going after your dreams. This is that like go-getter kind of attitude, right? This is being organized. It's manifesting your, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this, and then I'm going to get up and go after it. It's that kind of being organized, right? It's being supported and being supportive. So you're supported by the people around you. You're supported by your passion for your whatever your business is or your project is, and you are supporting yourself in the quest for reaching your dream, if that makes sense. Next, we have the Eight of Air. This is self-doubt, confusion, free will. Should I, shouldn't I? Oh my God, am I too old? Do I know enough? It's such a big risk. All of that kind of stuff, right? It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what line of work you're going into. When you feel like you're taking a road and going boom, off like that, we have a tendency to get a little freaked out by it, right? Nobody likes change. And it's difficult to take a complete right turn or a complete left turn, right? In terms of, maybe I have a career and I like it, but I really want to do that thing over there. Should I? It doesn't seem responsible. You know what I mean? We've got the Two of Earth, which is about balance and prioritization, which I think that's piggybacking a little bit off of the Hierophant and the tradition and what Joan was saying there, right? About being able to like pay the bills, but also being able to like have some fun and do some creative different things, right? This card specifically says right on the bottom of it, playfulness. So playfulness. So allowing yourself to express yourself creatively, right? You've got a lot of money cards here. Earth is Pentacles. That's material possessions. That's your legacy. It's your stability, right? This is the Seven of Earth, and this is about investment, assessment, and patience, which is literally what you're doing here, asking this question. Should I invest in that in my future, right? I'm trying to assess the situation. The key part of that is patience. All good things come to those who wait, sort of idea, right? So allow it to sort of unfold naturally. Doesn't mean you can't give it a push, but allow it to unfold naturally. Now, this is going to sound like I'm contradicting myself because now on the bottom of the deck, this is what's happening right now. We've got the Eight of Fire. Okay, so the Eight of Fire is information coming in fast, speed. It's multitasking, it's activity. I think that is more what you're trying to do, trying to dot all your I's and cross all your T's, right? I feel like you're slightly getting ahead of yourself. So just maybe that's why the balance card came out, right? In terms of your thought process, I feel like you've already opened up your shop or already got a gallery showing going on in your brain, right? Like you've gone that far in advance, but in reality, you're not quite there yet. So that's what I mean by just slow that down a little bit and allow it to like unfold naturally. I pulled two more cards for you. I've got Archangel Raguel, which is justice, harmony, and solution. So again, balance, right? I mean, we could pull a balance card for everybody. So, and then you've got Archangel Zadkiel, which is self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. And I think that this self-acceptance is believing in yourself, believing in your dream. It's the Fool card, right? The Fool card is about going out on a new journey, but there's a little bit of naivety there because you don't know what the journey will hold. But there's also bravery because you are ready and willing and able to put your foot out there and start on the new journey. So again, there's that balance thing, and there's the acceptance. I want this. I'm going after it.
That's beautiful.
And that's it. So
hey, I pulled 3 cards. Do we have time? Is it okay if I read these real quick? Okay.
time in the world. Go for it.
I just got one from each deck. The Grouse, embrace the power of dance and movement to access your highest guidance. So keep things moving, and don't grouse about it. And the second one was the Hanged Man. So don't get stuck. If something is an obstacle, just keep moving and keep trying things. And the next one was Shift. So the movement, the shift, try different things, and then if it's not working, shift into something else. But I think I've just got a really good feeling about this. So I wish you the very best. Yeah.
Hi to everybody who just popped into the chat. Thank you, Anna, for reminding me. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Joan's link is in the description box below. If you're not already subscribed to Joan, I would appreciate it if you showed my friend some love. She is wonderful.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Eliza. You're very welcome. She said, oh my God, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, good.
All right. So here we go with Ivana Intuitive. Would love a message from Spirit. If I could get the comments back. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you, Eliza. She said, you guys are doing an amazing job guiding people.
We'll see.
Hello, Gina M., my conga coordinator. How are you, my dear? Hi, Cardi, Mesquite. Marsha's in the house. Kiba. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to yell, but my voice is squeaky, and I don't know if it's going to actually come out when I start to speak. Kiba, I need you to email me because I don't have access to your email, honey. So if you could email me, it's on the it's in the description box underneath the video, and it's also on the about page. And if I get a chance, I'll stick it in the chat. Okay, you email me, and then we can talk, get you your reading done.
Okay, Ivana, I tuned in, and right away what I saw was a big craggy mountaintop with the moon coming up behind it. So it's like, yeah, it's at night, the moon is full. It would be really kind of dangerous to be hiking up on the peak of that mountain at that time, but it's sort of the peak experience. The moon, of course, it's at night, not everything is revealed, but I'm getting the feeling of like you are at a high place and you have the light behind you. And then I am seeing an eagle or a hawk kind of soaring even up above that. So it's all about being up high, and the moon is there. We don't see everything in the darkness, so it's sort of but the night always ends and turns to day, and then you're going to be this eagle up on top of the mountain and seeing things clearly. So it might be a while before things shift to the point where you're seeing things clearly, but it is you are launching whatever you're going to be doing from an elevated place already, it kind of in rarefied air. So I think that is nothing but good. And let's see. Oh, and then I got the Star for you, which is a very good card, and also about the balance. And the Canary. Step forward now and sing your song. There's power in finding your voice.
Yes.
And you're doing that with your daily card readings. And then we have Heat. So bring it on. We've had the Star and the Moon. And now it's time to bring the heat to it. So when you kind of get your footing, and it's hard to get the footing when you're up in the air and all of that, but then put some heat behind it. Once you kind of feel like you've locked into gear that, yes, this is what I want to do. This is where, kind of finding your groove. then give it your all. And I think
Yeah.
that spirit will be on your side with that.
I love that.
Great.
That was a great reading.
Wonderful. What do your
See,
cards have?
considering that we both feel like we're falling apart, we're doing a pretty darn good job, Joan.
I think this is the best cure. Spirit cures all.
This is oh gosh, what did they used to call that? So if my parents ever had a hangover, they would have what's that? It's like beer with tomato juice. I can't there's a
Oh,
name for it. I can't remember what it's called, but this feels like a beer and tomato juice that we're having here. Ew, gross.
okay.
Don't even say that, Kelly. Yuck. Linda, I did get your question. And so I think we have enough questions for right now. All right, Ivana, outstanding reading, just as an FYI. Hair of the dog, that's what it is. Yes. Which is, I mean, what a name for that. It's just wrong on all kinds of levels. We start out with the Two of Water. This is about partnerships, commitments. We have the Emperor taking control of something or trying to like be more structured or make a structure. I feel like you're working on something business related, to rein things in for yourself. I've got the King of Water. So I don't know if this is a partner. It could be. And the reason why I say that is because next to it, I have the Queen of Earth. So the King of Water, compassionate, understanding, trustworthy. This is the person, I don't know if it's a mentor, we don't have like money cards here. So without outing you, because I don't know, but like I'm looking at the cards, so now I think I know something, which is, but so you know this card. I know you know what I'm talking about. So whoever this person is, this is a good person for you, right? We've got the Queen of Earth. I believe that this is you, right? This is you standing in all of your queendom and looking fine while you're doing it, right? You are gracious, you are practical, you are capable, and you are soaring for it, right? The Queen of Earth is the person that is well thought of in the community. She's a healer, she's a hardworking parent. She is like, she's got her hands in all the cookie jars, and she's still got like palm olive, I'm soaking in her hands. Like she's still got it all going on, right? Page of Air is on the bottom of the deck. So this is you trying to overthink, getting in your head just a wee bit too much. But I believe that you feel like you don't want to miss any of the details. You're trying to look at stuff like through a fine-tooth comb. You want to dot all your I's and cross all your T's, which is great. That's great. But sometimes you can overdo that. So I'll leave that with you. I pulled the Diamond, which is the Radiance, Master number 11. So, as I always say when I get this card, shine on, my friend, and how funny that I then pulled this card. Reaching your destination, your light is shining brightly. So whatever path you are on, whatever you are doing, whatever you are working on, I believe that this is going to be a fabulous thing for you.
Yeah. I think together,
favorite. No kidding, friend.
this is pretty positive. We had
Yeah.
all the elements balancing and
Yeah.
lots of dark and light and air and grounding. And yeah, I can't take anything but a positive feeling from those two
Right.
readings.
I
You
got
go,
you.
girl.
Thank you, Joan. You're so sweet.
Wonderful.
Tammy Jackson, we got you up next, my love. How is the rest of my month looking for me? I have to turn my fan on. I'm like roasting.
Okay. Oh, I hope I'm sending weather your way because it's cooled off here, and I'm wearing long sleeves and everything. And yeah, in the
I was wearing my
60s tonight.
sweatshirt. I don't know when I was wearing my sweatshirt. I'm gonna out myself. I was up all night from my party. Just so y'all know, I was up all night. Like at 11 a.m. on Saturday, I was still awake. So that's when I was wearing my sweatshirt, because I was still wearing my sweatshirt from the fire. Anyways, y'all didn't need to know that. Hi, everybody that's coming in. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Vivian, for putting that in there. I love you. Appreciate you, my friend. Whoop, whoop, party.
Tammy.
That's what it was, you know.
Tammy, what comes up for you is my third eye chakra is just buzzing. So pay attention to your intuition and to your third eye. Then what is it? The mantra or the affirmation I really like about is see the world with God's eyes. You may be seeing things that with human eyes you don't really approve of or like.
Nope.
But look at it
Right.
from a different perspective and see the gift in it, see the blessing in it, see the long-term perspective that sometimes things happen that on the surface are crazy making, but it might be the thing that shifts other things happening to bring about a greater good. Okay, what else do we have for the rest of the month? Then things speed up for you. I'm seeing a figure running and just kind of jogging along a road. And I'm seeing maybe some change because I see this figure that looks like a kind of a cartoon figure, like out of a fairy tale or something. And he's got a pack on its back. Okay, what's in the pack? I'm traveling light. I'm traveling light. So just maybe some if there is a change or a trip or something like that, just kind of live in the world lightly a little bit. Don't feel like you have to make these huge decisions of I'm going to buy a house and put down roots for the next 10 generations. Just say, if there is something that comes up that you want to try, just put a few things in the backpack and give it a try without, like this change is maybe just kind of try it on for size and see how things go. Don't make a huge life change without kind of testing the waters. And I'm getting for you the woodpecker. Use your discernment, which is also kind of your third eye too, and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. And what do we have here? Potential. So yeah, I see that it's potential, like the guy who's throwing things in a pack and hitting the road. There's a potential. Well, maybe it's a trip, maybe it's a vacation, but maybe it's new opportunities that have some potential for working out. And then here we have it, the card that we were talking about before, the Fool card of being willing to take a risk and not letting the fact that you don't know all the details stop you from trying something new, even if it's just kind of trying it on for size to see if it feels good and see if it fits.
Yeah.
So
she just said, that's funny, Joan. We are deciding between buying a home and an RV and living in that for a while.
Okay, that's a specific question.
Okay.
Let me bring out the pendulum on that.
Well, so to your point about the traveling, I think that's like she's like, yeah. I don't know why I do this. I feel like I'm not tapping into what's happening for the month. I feel like I'm tapping into what's already happened. But let's see if I'm right. We start out with the Seven of Earth.
Again.
Right? So sometimes the Seven of Earth is you've planted the seed and like now you're standing there going like, come on. Like, are you going to do something? Are you going to grow? Right? I feel like that might be like this, like that decision, right? Like the time is now. Is it not? Shouldn't we? It's not really a decision. It's kind of like, should I or shouldn't I, do I or don't I, but you don't actually do anything. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I articulated that well, but I have that happen to me all the time, where I feel like I should do something, but like I should diet, but then I go and have a piece of cake. It's kind of like that. Following that, we have the Ace of Air. Okay, this is about communication. It can be about inspiration, but I feel like this is more about saying what you want, when you want it, how you want it, but being very clear, right? Speaking your truth sort of idea. We've got the 9 of Air. I don't like the word negativity, but sleeplessness, worry, anxiety, stress. I mean, let's face it, we all have that in our life. So if this decision that you've been making, or any decision that you've been making, is getting you to that point, that's when you need to take a step back and go, okay, now how do I make this not so not so deep, not so heavy, not so hard on me, right? We've got the 3 of Air. Now, a lot of people think that this is about heartbreak, and it can be about being heartbroken. But I want you to look real closely there. See that last word? Healing. When we are heartbroken and we release and we cry, stomp our feet, whatever it might be, it is an opportunity to start that process of healing. And that's how you end up. So you went for the pause. I don't know if you got in a fight, but I feel like you had a difference of opinion about what you wanted to do versus what someone else wanted you to do, or what you could do. You're stressed about it, right? Sort of flopping around at night, can't sleep, can't get it out of your head, trying to figure it all out. You're at that point now where you want to just let it go. We've got the Wise Counselor. So this is the Hierophant, right? In a traditional tarot. This is about your sense of belonging. So I feel like there was something that happened that made you feel like your plan or your idea didn't fit in with what everyone else wanted. And I don't know if you stood your ground and that's what caused you to feel a certain way, or you didn't stand your ground, which is what caused you to feel a certain way. We'll say that. Here we go with the rest of it. We've got Fire, intensity. So I feel like you feel very strongly. You're committed to it. Like you're passionate about your wants and your needs. And so you should be. So speak your truth, right? Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. The title of this card makes it sound like you're comparing yourselves to other people, but that's not what this means. That means don't look outside, look inside. That's what this card means, right? And the last card that I got, which is odd because Joan got the Fool card, which is about new beginnings, right? So this is creation. This is your soul expression in something new. So I feel like it's all going to work itself out. I just feel like you have to sort of simmer down your intensity, maybe, or maybe you need to amp up your intensity. Only you know that. I don't know that in terms of your situation. And I don't know if that made sense or not, but I hope it did. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped a bit.
This morning in my development circle that we meet and kind of get together every Sunday, one of the themes that came up was choices, and how so many of us just get stuck weighing the pros and cons. Which is better? Which is the one right way? And often Spirit is like, they're just choices. There are negative and positive consequences to any choice. So just pick one and, do some thought beforehand. Is this the choice between living a moral life and murdering someone. Well, that's kind of obvious. But if the potential, if you're not going to hurt anybody or hurt yourself, and it's not like a life and death situation, and there's a way to like put limits, say, okay, let's do this, but let's have a trap door to escape. We'll try it for 6 months or something like that.
Right.
And is there a way of resetting and going back to zero? Just pick one, because the very act of obsessing about the choices and putting so much energy into that is not good for either one. So, yeah.
My therapist told me a long time ago, and it was one of these crazy moments where, I don't remember, it was like a year and a half ago at this point, but it's like 55 years old, and like I never thought about it before. And it's really simple. And so when I heard it, I was like, you're a dingbat. Then that's part of the problem, is that you get upset with yourself because you can't figure your way out. And the more you try to figure your way out of it, the worse it gets, and the more pressure you put on yourself. And then the cycle just continues. So what she told me was this, speaking from my own personal experiences, nothing to do with Tammy, but in the line of what you just said. I have anxiety panic disorder. And so I have all kinds of fears and phobias, and I will make those work for me. I will use them previously as my excuse to not have to do anything, right? So I didn't have to do anything that might actually scare me. But sometimes we got to push that envelope, sometimes we have to. So what she said to me was that, I know anxiety is based on fear. Fear is from the unknown, it's change. Avoidance breeds anxiety, therefore it breeds your fear. So me burying my head in the sand, pretending like I was keeping myself safe, that's what I thought I was doing. I was protecting myself. I was actually amplifying the fears, right? Because when I do go to walk outside, when I do have to go there, or I do have to do this, it's like, boom, because I took myself out of it for a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know if that helps or not, but I thought I'd throw that in for good measure. All right, Beverly Thompson, you are the next contestant on Sunday Connections.
Okay. Stepson.
Win his disability case soon. He has had several heart attacks, and we have been supporting him. Oh, Beverly, I'm so very sorry.
That's rough. That is rough. Okay, I'm going to start with the pendulum on this one. Yep. Will Beverly Thompson's stepson's disability case be successful? I'm getting that it will be successful. Will it be successful within the next 3 months? Will it be successful within the next 2 months? Yes. Will it resolve and be successfully this month? No. Within the next 2 months, I'm getting.
Okay, so I got a yes that it would be successful. Will it be by the end of 2022? I'm getting like a fairly good yes on the end of 2022.
Okay. And yeah, I timing, don't trust me on time, but I'm getting alchemy. So I think things are going to come together and work for a positive outcome to make something new out of it. Yeah, those are rough.
Oh, thank you, Sharon Sipe. You're so sweet. I appreciate you, my friend.
The nice thing about disability is that it is, and if this is in the U.S. at least, it's retroactive to the date of application. I believe. Consult your lawyer and any other legal professionals.
Entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, definitely. But that might help, who knows, recoup some of the expenses that you've had.
Beverly,
or to discuss.
Beverly, if you don't mind, can you just type real quick in the chat, if you don't mind, what your stepson's first name is? Holy crap, did you see that? Hi, Emerald Buddha. Oh, this has caused you all so much stress. I got the double card. Like, well, okay. Holy, did you all see that? I just had like a total explosion over here.
It did sound like an explosion.
78 pickup. Okay, 3 major arcana. out of 5 cards.
Yeah, this is major.
Okay. So I'm taking this
William,
one over here because I think that I actually got that one out, and I've got the Tower. That's where you are right now. Like you feel like you guys, your foundation has been rocked. You guys have been really affected by this, obviously. I start out real fast. I've got the Devil card, right? So I believe that that's just the toxic nature of the whole thing, right? His bad health, having to have this case, you guys having to tap out your resources. Following that, I've got the Temperance card in this deck. It's the Balance card. So working on compromising and moderation, trying to, get everybody looked after in a wonderful way is difficult, obviously. Next to that, we've got the High Priestess. This is about your inner wisdom. This is about your patience and possibly like your intuition or like that motherly instinct kind of idea. I think that is about keeping everybody at home feeling happy and positive. And I feel like that's what you're trying to do, right? Like you're trying to keep everyone up, trying to keep everyone upbeat, but you're not. So you're doing that for everyone, but you're not doing that for yourself. Because there's the stress, right? The 8 of Air. The self-doubt, the confusion, right? We have the King of Fire next to that. So I don't know if this is your stepson or not. I don't know what sign he is, but this is inspirational, charismatic, innovative. This could be maybe your lawyer. And then the last card that I got was the Empress, right? Which is creation, abundance, and action. I sort of feel like this is you. Sort of, I feel like you're very protective over the whole family unit, and you're doing your darndest to keep everybody like together and keep everybody happy and to keep everybody up. But you're not getting a whole lot, obviously, because you're stressed. All right. Anna, thank you for being here, my friend.
I had one more thing. Beverly said that her stepson's name is William, and while you were reading, I tuned in and got a visual on it, and I saw kind of like on the Maine coast, or where on the east coast of the U.S. and up to through Canada, the black rocks is kind of craggy, and I saw him clinging onto this black rock that was jutting out into the ocean, and the waves are kind of washing over him, but he pulled himself up onto it, and the waves are still kind of washing over him, but he pulled himself up onto it, so he's above the waves and walked away. And it was like all those black kind of ouchie on your feet rocks. So it took a while, but he got. So the point is, kind of now, and the waiting is the worst of it, but
Right.
it's going to be okay. And I also wanted to show that Tammy said she had gone through this and had a bad lawyer. So if if you are getting a lawyer, you probably know this, consult with reputable disability organizations that help the disabled, and they could have recommendations, or else other people don't. And I say this as someone who used to make her living by writing websites for lawyers. Don't go with just the guy who has got the best website, because a lot of times they're just mills that just want to get as many people in.
Absolutely.
And do volume work rather than dedicating themselves to a smaller number of clients and getting the very best results. Advertisement over.
Sorry.
No.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. The last 3 cards that I've got, Beverly, are very, very positive. We've got begin now, take your first step. Okay. We've got first light, beginning a new cycle. And we've got answering the call, the time is now. And 3, like they just fell out. So they all are speaking about like now, new things, the shift, the cycle change, right? The light starting to like shine down. So I feel like you're reaching that point, like Joan was saying, right? You're getting to that point where it's going to start to clear out. So you need to look after yourself. I want to say some self-care, you know, bubble bath, paint your nails, whatever, take yourself out to the garden, stick your hand on a tree, you know, love yourself up a little bit, and continue to hold their vibration up by holding your own up. And as hard as it has been for you guys, I do hope that these cards are accurate and that, you know, you guys are going to start to see some light at the end of the tunnel. I really do feel like things are going to start to shift. So I hope for your stepson's sake as well as your family's that happens.
Yes, and excuse me, I thought you were done reading, so I
Oh,
was.
no, it's fine. It's all good.
What Genealogy Junkie said is also very true of disability cases. They're often denied just out of course on the first time around. So don't lose heart if that happens too.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the question, Beverly. All right, Linda is up next, and then Vivian. So wow, we timed that really well. Considering that we're like I feel like we're working with like 3 arms instead of 4 today. We're doing pretty good.
Okay.
All right. Can I get a card or a message? You know what, Miss Linda? Just because. I'll pull one of my chakra cards for you. Thanks, Beverly. Sending you lots of love, my friend.
I'm getting third eye lighting up, and I'm seeing a sun coming up on the horizon. So I think good things are coming for you. Envision what you want. It's maybe a time to manifest. And what do we get? You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. That's the crane. And
wow,
dependability. So maybe this partnership brings us, you know, somebody either a business or a personal partner that you can depend on.
Wow.
Okay, you go.
Say. So you said partner, that fell out. Money.
Great.
Right? So this is fitness. It was too good to be true that I went for 57 minutes without messing up. There were my first finances, power, generosity, and abundance. So I feel like that partnership might have something to do with like business, right? Maybe like buying a house or starting an investment or something like that. I don't know. We have dreams. What a cool card that is.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that look a bit like Adam Kinzinger? Sorry, that was very random, I realized, but I'm looking, I'm like, it sort of does. Anyway, messages, signs, symbols, and guidance. So that says to me, right, like, I don't know if you're getting dreams, if you're getting messages in your dreams. Maybe you're getting messages in your dreams about this partnership. Just as food for thought. And then we've got divine consciousness. What a cool card that is. And this is your interconnection, your oneness, your light, and your expansion. So I don't want you to lose sight of these 2 cards, which are both talking about your connection to spirit, right? Your dreams, your interconnectedness, your light, your oneness, messages, guidance. I feel like they're trying to tell you something, or they're trying to give you a message, and I'm not sure if like you got some of it, but you didn't get all of it, or like you're not sure, or maybe you missed it. I feel like when you go to sleep tonight that you should say, you know, can you send it to me again, please? You know, make sure that it's clear so I understand it. And then as soon as you wake up, write down everything that you remember. that would be what I would advise you to do, because I sort of feel like they're gonna give you something to sort of help you figure out what this is. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let me know if that makes sense, Linda.
I think it's positive things ahead.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can manifest something. Use the last of that Lionsgate portal to bring it about.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Listen,
Viviane.
there's nothing wrong with when the first card that comes out says money, and
Yeah.
you know, it's a koi pond. Those are koi fish, and there's money on the bottom of it. So that's like a fountain. So maybe, I don't know. This is a weird one. I don't know. Do you have a park nearby that you can go to? Hi, Charlotte. And maybe you could like throw a coin in and make a wish. Thank you for putting that up, Sharon. All right, Vivian. Little Miss Charlotte came to say hi to everybody. Say hi, sweetheart. I can't see your tail. But yeah. What's the matter?
Okay, more water imagery for Viviane here.
Sorry.
What is this? At first, it looked like one of those Asian, is it called a scow or some sort of boat where they sort of pole themselves through the water, or like isn't that what they do in Venice? But then it changed to someone more like on a stand-up paddleboard. So it's going to you're moving. You're moving forward, but you're under your own power. You are you're kind of the master of your own destiny. All the opportunities are out there for you. And there's no waves. I don't see any sharks or anything like that. It's this beautiful lake ringed by mountains. And it's because I don't know what you look like, but the figure that's on the stand-up paddleboard is, what is it, Mr. Moneybags or Uncle Moneybags from the Monopoly game? So this has something to do with finance, money, ownership, property that you are moving toward. And it's as smooth as glass. The way is clear, but you need to do the paddling, and and I just learned how to do that stand-up paddleboard stuff for the first time. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Look at what just fell out. Waves.
Waves. Well, mine had no waves. You are you're on the road. That's
paddleboard. I was like, yes.
But there's work. You're going to have to work at it. And the whole paddleboard thing, it looks like you're just standing there easily. And maybe that's it. Maybe whatever this is, you're going to make it look easy, but in reality, you're tensing every muscle to maintain balance. And sometimes your knees are shaking, like mine were when I was trying to do that. But yeah, as long as you put in the work and maintain your balance, and understand that there's work toward it, the opportunity is there for you. And I'm seeing it perhaps work or finance related.
I so wish you guys could see my cat right now, because she's watching you, and then she's looking at me, and then she's looking at you. And
who's that woman who's talking?
And I mean, she's stretched right out. She just knocked half my cards off the table, and it's like she's looking at me like, "What's your problem, lady?" Like, I'm listening to this one over here on the screen. I'm like, "What? Like, what do you?" I mean, make yourself comfortable. Are you comfortable?
Oh, it's the second time the Monopoly guy appears in a reading for me. That is cool.
Yeah. Linda says that they have a large koi pond half an hour away.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So Vivian, I'm pulling another card here. To Charlotte's dismay, she doesn't like the shuffling of the card. So I pulled out 4 tarot cards, and I got 3 major arcana. All right. So we start out with the Empress. That's about abundance, creativity, action. I'm not sure if you are. Okay, I'm just gonna say what I'm getting. I don't know if you have a partner or you don't, but if you don't, you may be having an opportunity to meet somebody, because that's sort of where this looks like it's going. It may even be just a best friend. I kind of get the feeling like you know them. Like they might, I don't feel like they're coming back from your past, but maybe you know them, but you're not aware, like they feel a certain way. Do you know what I mean? I've got the Two of Earth. So that's playfulness and balance. We've got the Moon, things coming to light in terms of somebody letting you know how they feel, or maybe all of a sudden, you know how like you could look at somebody like for 5 years and be like, yep, that's Bob, and now all of a sudden you're like, Bob, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, it's happened to me. That's why I know. We end up with the Lover's card. So it's about relationships, right? It's about choices and your emotions. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Seven of Earth, which again, this is about waiting. It's about patience, right? That assessment. We got the ocean and the waves, which I showed you already. And then I've got the loving man.
Wow. I think that's pretty clear.
So whether or not this is actually a person, and when I say that, what I mean is this: whether you need to love yourself up more, whether you need to, like, you know, sort of like reach out and embrace a bigger soul tribe, a bigger support system. I feel like this message is about connecting with people that are good for your heart center. Do you know what I mean? Like-minded individuals. I feel like that's what this is telling you, right? That either someone's coming towards you, or you're going to potentially meet someone. It seems like someone's gonna like sort of like sneak in there. But like you already know them. So when I say sneak in, I just mean all of a sudden they're gonna be like, hey, and you're gonna be like, whoa.
And if he happens to be wearing a silk hat and has striped pants and is carrying a bag with a $sign on it, go for it. And is paddling a paddleboard.
Maybe you're going to take a paddleboard lesson and that will be the dude.
And he'll be doing that because he's kind of Mr. Moneybags and is just doing it for fun, just to meet you. Okay. That was from Joan, Earth Joan, not Spirit Joan. So don't put too much stock on those last comments.
That's the best. I love that. Oh, I want to pull another card for you, Vivian. Is that okay if I do that? I don't feel like I got all the answer that I want. It's like I need to know. I don't need to know, but I don't feel like I gave you a really great answer. So just give me a sec here. Let me see if I can get anything else. Talk amongst yourselves. Hey, Jay. "333." I could tell you what that means, Dave. Just give me a sec, love. Okay, again, so we've got the balance, right? And something unknown. So this beneath the surface, hidden truths, that's like the moon card, right? Something being illuminated. So I'm going to add just an extra thing, which you don't need me to tell you this, Vivian, but, you know, if someone new does come into your life, just make sure you check them. You know what I mean? Because you never can tell. Dave wants to know what 333 means. Hold on. Let me get my cards out, and I can tell you what they mean. because I have them all here. Okay, so 333 means that you're being supported and that you're being guided on your journey.
Nice.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, oh, you're welcome, Vivian.
Definitely.
That was like
fun.
a really fast hour.
Yeah. Hey, let's do this again sometime when I haven't had bad eggs and you've had a good night's sleep. Just think what we could do together.
We might be dangerous. Basically what we're saying is anytime you feel like crap, let's call each other because
Okay.
I thought we did really well. Thank you so much, Joan. It's always a treat to have you come and visit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
everybody.
enjoyed it. And
well,
yeah,
I'm glad that you did. Considering that we both didn't feel great, I think that we did a great job. And I mean, we're both smiling, and that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat seems happy.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. This is really sweet.
Dave,
Kelly's got the best audience because she's the best, Kelly.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Dave, do you know how to do your numerology for your birthday? You might be able to figure it out. If you go online, you can figure it out. But basically what you do is you take your month, right? And you want to reduce it to a single digit. You take your date and you want to reduce it to a single digit. And then you take your year and you want to reduce that to a single digit, right? And then once you do those reductions, then you add them together. If you have a master number of 11 or 22, you do not separate those. So you leave it as 11 or as 22. And then when you get to the end, say you finish with a master number of 22, like in my case, right? You say 22 / and then you take the 2 plus 2 is 4. So I'm a 22-4. And you'll find when you read them, they actually sort of like bounce off of each other. So it makes total sense. But that's how you do it. Just thought I'd throw that in for good measure. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I do appreciate it. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Joan, sorry, I didn't ask you. I apologize. Is there anything coming up that you want anyone to know about?
I'll probably I may be on Meet the Mediums on Thursday, and I believe I'm on with Jean on Monday afternoon. So I'm a little iffy about the schedule. Yeah, that's tomorrow. Let me see. Excuse me. I know that's every other week. I was so looking forward to this. I hadn't really thought about the next week.
Hi, Fox with a book. I haven't seen you. You're nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, I think I won't be on tomorrow, and I know I'm on with no, that's a reading. That's not okay. I think I might be on Meet the Mediums on Thursday.
So basically what Joan is saying is if you subscribe to her channel, you may see a notification is what she's trying to tell you. So tomorrow night, Circle of Friends, which is my collaborative channel with Allie from Heart and Soul Connected, 6 p.m. Eastern time, we're doing the royalty party. So we're doing readings on the royal family. Doesn't necessarily have to be the English royal family because there's lots of them. So we'll be doing that just for something fun to do. On Wednesday for Achieving Wellness, Allie from Heart and Soul Connected and Valerie from Illumination Portal will be here 9 p.m. Eastern time talking about overcoming obstacles. Thursday at 7 p.m. we have Terry Lee, Pure Visionary Psychic Medium, coming, and we're going to be talking about raising our vibration. And on next Sunday for Sunday Connections, I literally remember my calendar just like I'm saying it. And if you ask me like what about Tuesday, I'll forget. And then next Sunday, Sun Psychic Genius here at 3 p.m. Eastern. So I thank everyone for coming. Oh yes.
And I finally saw I do have something coming up this Tuesday with Starfish HHI Jenny at 2:00 Central. We're going to do a collab together about reincarnation stories. Nice. So come on over and tell us your stories because those are fun stories to share. We'll be looking for your input.
Awesome. So thank you, everybody. Yes. Thank you, Vivian. If you want to book a reading with Joan, how do they do that? How do they book a reading with you?
Just go to my YouTube channel, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and there'll be a book a reading tab up in the top there, or else off
Awesome.
the about page.
Awesome. Okay. So thank you, everyone, for being here. Sorry, I feel like I'm very discombobulated right now, and I do apologize, but you all love me, so I hope it's okay. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to each other, and thank you for being here.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Many blessings. Bye.
Bye now.